I didn't forget about you. I didn't forget about this. Welcome to the last review video of Music Club Season 1. There's still a few groove-alongs I got to get through, and I'm fully prepared to start doing the Seth Awards, but I wanted to get the last of the reviews for the regular season out of the way. So, without further ado, we're going to get started. We got The Fat of the Land by The Prodigy, submitted by Chai. And this was pretty good. Definitely wasn't my favorite thing in terms of electronic music. There were some good hits in there, like Firestarter. Firestarter's good. Climatize was also a pretty solid one. But just not my general taste for electronic music. But don't have any huge complaints about it either. Just good sound. I'm sorry, these are going to be shorter reviews because I kind of want to get through these. All right. I'm on the wrong screen. Okay. Next up, we got California Nebula by Default from Evan. And I liked this a lot. This was a really cool bit of like psychedelic shoegaze that, didn't distinguish itself too much from the other shoegaze, but of the other shoegaze that was there, it was really nice, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool, really solid, and just a really pleasant listen. I enjoyed it. So, 8.5 out of 10. Did I say 7 for the Prodigy? Fat of the Land is a 7, and California Nebula is an 8.5 out of 10. Moving on, we've got 3 Chairs 3 by 3 Chairs from Brendan. And this was really cool. I liked this. This was like lounge jazz with some bass and some beats in it. And damn, that worked out. I liked how that worked. I liked how that felt. Just all in all, cool vibes, cool times. And yeah, I liked the sound of it. I liked the feel of it. And very favorable review from me. It's going to get an 8.5 out of 10. We got Ringo's Desert by Zhu from Nick. And I don't remember what the title of the other Zhu album was, but I liked Ringo's Desert better. I just thought it was more interesting and had a more unique sound, a more standout sound. Again, pleasant, and I think I said this for the last Zhu album, really good production and really groovy, like nice hooks and nice pop aesthetics and pop sounds in there. But this just felt more complete and more memorable, more unique. So Ringo's Desert is going to get an 8 out of 10. We got The Now Now by Gorillaz and from Jake. I like Gorillaz. You're hard pressed to find someone who really doesn't like Gorillaz, but nothing off of this album was any of their best stuff. I don't think. You could have gone with Demon Days. You could have gone with Plastic Beach. Just not, in my opinion, the best pick for Gorillaz. So, it's fine. It's still Gorillaz. They still make good music that's fun and catchy, but it just didn't have the punch that a lot of their other work does. So, gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Now we got The American 5, 100 Highways by Johnny Cash. This one's from Kyle. It's not as good as The American 4, but it's still Johnny Cash. He's still a legend. He still does great things, great work. God's Gonna Cut You Down is iconic, probably the best song off the album, and the rest of it's still good Johnny Cash, but it's a bit of a shame that this came after The American 4, both within Music Club and within his discography, because it just doesn't live up to the hype. It doesn't live up to the precedent that was set there. So gonna give American 5 a 7 out of 10. Then we've got a sort of soundtrack for U.F.O. by I'm going to say Sad Esper Record. It might not be it. From Evan. This was a banger. This had so much energy, so much life, so much creativity. Really fun, really well varied throughout. Completely independent. I don't know if that's the word that's proper to use for it, but just like distinct, very distinct. Moved around a lot. I liked the more aggressive bits mixed in with the less aggressive bits, and just flowed really well. Lovely composition. Quite enjoyed it. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Really solid. Then we've got Settle by Disclosure from Nick. And I'm not going to lie, only thing I remember from this is When a Fire Starts to Burn. And that song ruled. I loved that song. It was really fun, really cool vibe, really cool sample in there. Just a really neat thing to build a song out of. And yeah, it goes hard. It rules. It rocks. It's fun as hell. But the rest of the album, I don't remember. Which I think by default means it's not as good as When a Fire Starts to Burn. Settle, we're going to go with 8 out of 10. Next up, we have The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess by Chapel Roan from Dom. I will get to this. Allie has promised to do the groove along with me on this. It will come. It will come out down the pipeline. Stay tuned. That one we already did a groove along. Next, we've got Kalk, Samen, Kuri no Hana by Sheena Ringo from Jake. And this came out of nowhere, man. Like, this was some cool-ass experimental Japanese music. Just really hard to place and categorize, and was just drawing from a lot of different places and a lot of different sounds. And I fucked with it a lot. I really liked it. I really vibed with it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, it's been a minute since I listened to it, but I remember really, really liking it. Really thinking it was unique and interesting and fun and cool. Just real solid. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Next we got Leak 04. We got Leak 0413 Bait Ones by J. Paul from Chai, and I don't get it. It's well regarded, and you know, Chai talked to me about like why he enjoys it, but I understand it's probably part of the charm of it. It was incomplete, unfinished, and I just really would have liked a lot of the ideas and sounds on it to be more developed. But I think, you know, like that's the point. It's a demos album. It's not going to be fully developed. It's not going to be like ready to go. But yeah, just kind of mid listen to me. Nothing like offensive about it, but just not my style. So giving that a 6 out of 10. We got Sons of 1973 by Satellite Lovers from Brendan, and I don't remember shit about this really. It was chill. I remember being chill. I did re-listen to some tracks from these to kind of give myself a refresher, and even after doing that, I really don't remember much about this album other than it was chill, it was pleasant, and it was fine. Fine's the word I'd use for it. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Who is this? Who else is this on the review sheet? That's Brendan. Okay. So Brendan, you gave this a 9.5 out of 10. It's your submission, so like, you know, that makes sense. Please explain it to me. Tell me what makes this great. And I'll go back and listen to it again. Next, we got Ruin by The Amazing Devil from Jake. And this was a really fun and emotional and sincere folk. And I liked it a lot. I liked the songwriting. I liked the performance. I loved the chemistry, honestly. The chemistry between these people was fantastic. Really simple, really bare bones, and it didn't need more than that. You know, just tight, well done, good folk music. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. Just a good folk record. I really liked it. So that's going to get an 8.5 out of 10. We got The Golden Age by Woodkid from Dom, and it's Woodkid. I've talked about Woodkid in the past with my S16 review. The Golden Age is better than S16. You know, he's just got that really distinctive style, the really distinctive percussion, and the really heavy percussion, very percussion forward music. And the Golden Age, I think, is just the best example of that. So many good tracks off of it. Obviously, Run Boy Run, Iron, Conquest of Spaces. Just loads of really iconic sounds and songs off of the Golden Age. So I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10. Just because I like Woodkid. I like his sound, and I completely respect his like artistry. But it's just, not my go-to, not my favorite thing. So 8 out of 10. Skip that. That's me. Next up, we got Sable Valley Summer Volume. Oh, wait, no, that's another groove along I need to do with Chai. I'll get there. Next, we got Vulnicura by Björk from Brendan. And I have to admit, this was my first ever Björk album in full. And I think I get it. Phenomenal voice, incredibly unique and distinct voice, just so singular in that. And then you combine that with the really industrial production on it, like it's industrial pop, and you get something really unique and really special out of it. But my gripe is I don't know if I like her voice that much. It's weird. It's a weird voice. And it's good. She is phenomenally talented, and the songwriting was excellent too. I liked the production. I liked the industrial aspects of it. I want to listen to more Björk before I really form a full opinion, especially with, this was good. But, I know her most respected, most recognized albums are Vespertine, Homogenic, and Post. And, maybe those are ones that I need to check out as well. And, to really, really form a full-throated opinion on it. Yeah, so Vulnicura is going to get a 7 out of 10. We got Spilling Over Every Side by Pretty Lights from Nick. And it's fine. I literally listened to this today. Not 3 hours ago, and I can't remember it at all. So it was fine. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. And considering I don't remember it being particularly great, but I don't remember it being particularly bad either, 6.5 out of 10 is probably a reasonable review, probably a reasonable score. So I'm sorry, I don't have much more to say about it. I thought it was fine. We've got Greatest Hits by C.W. McCall from Kyle, and Convoy is a good song. It's fun. Wolf Creek Pass, fun storytelling. The rest of the album is not my thing. It's kind of gimmick music, it's trucker. You're a trucker. And for a few songs, that's fine and that's fun. And for a song like Wolf Creek Pass, where it has that funny story, and I appreciate that humor. But the rest of it just kind of samey, repetitive. So 5.5 out of 10. And lastly, Neveroddoreven by I Monster from Jake. And Who Is She is a TikTok song. Daydream in Blue, I think that's the title of the track, is something I've heard. And, they've got a cool thing going on with their style and their pop. Definitely I feel a more unique sound, a more individual sound, and quite well developed and produced. It's just not my favorite thing in the world. So, Neveroddoreven, unique, interesting, I respect it, but it's going to get a 6 out of 10. Okay. Tomorrow, March 9th, Seth Awards. We're doing the first batch of awards. What are we going to do tomorrow, huh? I should have pulled this up beforehand, but let's see. Tomorrow, the awards I'm going to go through. we'll go through the superlatives tomorrow. Make a shorter video about the most unique album, the most emotional album, and the wettest album. We'll keep it short and sweet. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. All right. Bye.